Warte. Hello guys, every good name is taken here, and welcome back to session 1 of our 1v1 tournament on day 2. And today with us is Junior, one of the moderators on the server, and
Hello.
today a co-moderator. To start things up, let's talk about the games that we are going to be seeing today. Or the games that we'll be playing are Skryce against Fearless Ultima, who yesterday both had some quite interesting matches. That we will not see though. Map is going to be Winter Malinovka. The first match we are going to be witnessing is False Concept against Gravy, also on Winter Malinovka. That will happen in around 5 minutes. After that, we will be seeing Tingos against Alimosa, both playing a quite impressive 2-0 against their enemies. These matches we will be seeing on Lost Temple, and for the finish we have Hyper Spider against Eurofighter, both also moderators, so that's gonna be quite interesting how that turns out to be. Also on Lost Temple, and all of these games are played in the best of 3 set as yesterday, and yeah, that's it for the plan for today. We have all the players here, so it's going to be interesting.
Yes. Some interesting players. I hope we have a good final tomorrow.
Definitely will. There are a lot of very skilled players in here. I mean, if they want, we can start early. Let's ask them.
With so many good players, who do you think is your favorite to win this?
I can't really make a decision here. Falls had some very nice plays yesterday, but he made a little bit of a mistake against Ace in the second game. Gravy, I didn't really see that much, as he also lost the game though. I'm not quite sure about these two. They are both very skilled, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting how their match turns out. Also, Alimosa and Ting, also both very good contestants here. I'm expecting a lot of them.
Yeah, I hope someone German wins.
German bias here.
So I'm rooting for Skryce and False Concept.
Alright. Okay, let's just wait for Gravy to get ready. I don't know, he does not seem to want to start early, so...
What tank would you pick on this map? I mean, I would pick like maybe Super Pershing.
Okay, so they're both readied up, so let's just go ahead and start. And I don't know, I would also pick something more mobile, but a little bit of armor. So something that they took is quite a sensible move. AMX against the Type 59 is going to be a very interesting match.
Yeah.
Especially since the Type has not the greatest amount of penetration, but has quite a tricky amount of armor. Or not amount, but the armor profile can be kind of messed up from time to time.
It just has its armor where it's needed.
Yeah.
And the turret and the frontal hull.
So,
and some in the side, so side scraping is possible.
So-
For the AMX, it's the frontal hull and the turret bottle, the cupola.
So Gravy's already in A, he's gonna have a cap advantage. He may look to get onto the ridgeline here next to maybe spot False after he's finished with capping C. And it seems like that's exactly what he's looking to do. And also, a little side note maybe, these two I got told were training before this match, and Gravy was in the favor of 5-3, so let's see if False can make up for that in this match. Both have now kept the base respectively, and Gravy is doing exactly what I expected him to do. It's just gonna be a matter of fact what False is intending to do here. As he may expect Gravy to sit here, it's quite a sensible move to do it. What do you think will happen here?
I think False is gonna look around B, and if it's safe, he may cap it, and Gravy is gonna try and go flank around and fight False from C.
Yeah,
Now that B
I
is
think
capped,
Gravy's plan was actually to get C, but after B gets capped, False will be in quite a big point lead. Even though he capped C later, 2 bases are just a massive advantage, especially this early in the game. And he's now in a position to defend both bases at once, as Gravy is right in front of him. It seems to
I
go.
think this is gonna be a shootout.
Yeah, it looks to be a hold-on fight, and it's going to be interesting which tank is coming out on top. Though Gravy's just making the run for it. Gets spotted
lucky
though.
timing.
Yeah, ooh, and he gets APCR, I would suggest, in to the AMX, and he's making his run for C. So the right move that False should be doing is to get A again, because Gravy's now taking back the lead that he had. And so instead of chasing him for C, he should probably go for A. But it's just quicker, so I guess that was his reason of choice. Gravy trying to shoot through the house. He was a bit too early on that one. I don't know why False is not going for the shot. Ooh, he bounced. Quite
And yes,
unfortunately there.
shootout.
Yeah, it's going to be happening. It's a shootout. And False is still in the point lead as he's sitting in C right now. No points are being gained by this cap. And he just needs to keep his front towards Gravy, who is currently still penetrating him quite fortunately. But has to be careful there as he bounces and takes one back. So he's a potential one shot. Max roll for the AMX being 388. So Gravy trying to reverse side scrape and takes a shot. Now Falls in a very big advantage here. He's not gonna rush it though, that's very clever to do. He's just gonna let the timer run out. Or if the chance is there, he's gonna get the shot done. As Gravy cannot really do anything. Falls now being unspotted, and so is Gravy, who's probably just looking to get B, which Falls will deny. Get he get a shot? Nope, he doesn't. Gravy really trying his hardest here to get the points back, but it's too little, too late. Falls is gonna cap this out with a whopping 100 point lead. Or not, he just kills him right away. First game therefore is over in the favor of False, winning here 1-0 on Winter Malinovka.
That was well played.
That was indeed very well played. Let's swap the spawns and see if there are going to be any tank changes, maybe adjusting to what the other one took or not. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens here, as both are changing their tanks. Oh, both have reacted to what the other one took. Oh, it's going to be.
I wanted to address it. I think they are gonna both.
Yeah.
So now IS6 against C50.
Yeah. I have a feeling that the reason for False to take the 54 is to take B, and considering Gravy's move, take either A or C. But it looks like that's the same what Gravy is doing now, as both responded to the enemy with a counterpart. I6 very well against an AMX, but so is the Mod 1 against the Type 59. So expected the enemy to take the same tank, or maybe just try a different one out. Either way is very interesting. Falls now in a hold down position here, but Gravy has the houses. He can use the great skill that the I6 has, which is side scraping, but for now he's just falling back, or seeing if he can possibly bait a shot. And what would you think would be a sensible move from either of these players now?
As Gravy's doing, slowly making his way to B is kind of a good choice. And for False Concept, waiting right now to see what is Gravy doing and then reacting to his doings is also the correct thing.
Yeah.
So
Gravy now backing off is a very good move in my opinion. Staying behind that house would have just risked him getting pinned down because of the spotting that False was providing. Both are now repositioning though, and both towards C, interestingly enough, ignoring the B cap completely. False now looking to get the high ground here against Gravy, who may just try to cap C instead. Has False anticipated this or not? I would like to know if this is just pure luck, or if he guessed Gravy's play like this. Because as we said earlier, they played already against each other, and they know kind of how they play. Gravy's now gonna take the cap point lead though, taking C. And it's now up to Concept to make a move.
How will he push? Will he go left or right? Okay, he's going right.
He's looking to get the side scrap done. Both the players doing the side scrap actually. Though Gravy has the advantage of heat, which False does not. Because heat is even gonna penetrate up to 85 degrees of an angle. And the mod 1 is living from his angles. But a very nice shot with APCR into the cupola there. Gravy bouncing with AP or APCR. Wondering why he did not use the heat there. Was he greedy or did he just get messed up by RNG?
I think he was greedy for damage.
Very greedy. Over angling his armor there. Just a slight bit led Concept to be able to penetrate his truck wheel, and he bounces again, and fairly safe to say this should be Concept's game now, as he's still full HP. Putting one with AP now straight into the front of Gravy, who now penetrates his first shell. He is a one-shot though for AP, but of course you gotta make sure, so False goes for APCR instead. Takes one more from Gravy, and this should be it, and that is it for game number 1. False Concept there, smashing Gravy 2-0. Very impressive game there.
The German wins.
Yes. False now being very happy, as from what I've noticed he got messed up by RNG in the games before. So let's actually see if we can find the other room, which I actually cannot. Let's see.
It looks like they are still in their first game.
Well, then we could join them potentially. I need to dismiss my room first in order to do that.
Oh, it's the second. This game was just bugged.
Ah, okay. So, either way, Fearless is currently leading 1-0 against Scryze. So, they now swap the spawns, hopefully. And it's going to be interesting whether or not Fearless is gonna win 2-0 here, or if Scryze can maybe take it back and make it into the tiebreaker here to try to secure a victory. And whilst we wait, let's actually edit everything together.
Fearless won.
You won?
2-0.
Oh damn. So 2 games ending 2-0. I wonder how close that game was. Really am interested in that.
Yeah. But it's unexpected to have 2-0 for 2 games now.
Yeah, both in the quarterfinals especially.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get some intense tiebreakers again, like yesterday, on random maps, because that is what we are there for.
Let's see if we can find the ISU today.
Yeah, that will be interesting, as it was a very out of character pick, in my opinion, for 1v1 nonetheless. I mean, TDs are a valuable option if you can get the first shot, which I was talking about yesterday. So let's see, we are going to be watching the Tingos against Alimosa next on the map Lost Temple. That will be quite interesting to see, as it's kind of a mirror map. So what the players will be doing and what tanks they will be picking will more or less decide the game.
I believe that they are gonna take fast heavies with good turret armor to go into the middle.
Actually, also, because I just remembered that. How was this called? Now we have our first semi-final match, which is standing right now as Fearless against False Concept. And the map they will be playing on, let me spoiler that for you already. It will be Castilla. We will be witnessing in the semi-finals tomorrow. So very interesting indeed. The room is open for you to join if you want to. And I also forgot to do the screenshot for the last game. Okay, let me notify the other two players that the room is up, though they of course still have time to join. How much time they have? 17 minutes.
I think this is gonna be mostly waiting this stream.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. We can make some predictions if you want to for the upcoming games. Maybe about the score or what tanks we will see. If you would like to discuss that.
This map is gonna be Lost Temple.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much just fast heavies with turret armor, and they're just gonna...
So you're thinking like a T-32 or a Russian?
know more about Russian tanks like IS-5 or 252U. All that balanced stuff.
Maybe even some of the Chinese heavies like the
No.
1112 or however it is called. Can't
I
remember.
think you mean the 112 too.
Yeah, that one. Exactly. I couldn't think of the name right now.
I don't expect to see that tank, as it was a great tank.
I couldn't remember how that tank was born.
Tank. Better version, the Glacier.
Junior, could you share the stream on the Discord server in YouTube? As
Send the link. There.
Seems like people did not notice yet that we are now streaming on a different YouTube channel, even though it is set in the main channel.
Wait.
Why can't people just search for it?
You should add this channel into the bot so that it gets posted automatically.
It won't though when we go live, just when the stream gets uploaded.
Oh.
Yep. That is the main part there. That is the difference that we have to witness here. So we still have 14 minutes to go of waiting. Maybe I shall reduce the time between the matches, but it could always be a potential full 3 games of full 7 minutes. So yeah, we don't want to risk that, do we?
Yeah.
Also, the game after, or at the same time as Ting and Ali will play, will be Hyper Spider against Eurofighter. As we said earlier, both of which moderators. Though we didn't get to see Eurofighter play yesterday, as Ethan, his opponent, did not show up, giving him the automatic win. So he has the upper hand over Hyper, as he may have watched the stream and knows what Hyper was doing or how he was playing. So yes, it's going to be quite interesting to see how their match will be turning out.
We can't even make prediction about who's gonna win.
Yeah, especially the next game is very interesting, as both of which have very skilled players.
With the skilled players, I expect it to go 2-1, but I don't know who's gonna win.
Yep.
Hopefully, we're gonna have a nice tiebreak.
I hope that it will be a tiebreaker. I always do, because I want some action. Actually, for the sake of the stream, we can actually show the statistics to maybe get some predictions going here. Tingos is on my friends list, I know that. So as you can see, he is 26,000 games, so he has experience. He's currently in Immor, a very good clan, and 63% victories with an average damage of 1.8 roughly. And let's see how he actually plays in his tier 8. So his most played tier 8 is the T49, which he was showcasing yesterday on Desert Sands. Quite an interesting pick. Also played his Borsig quite a lot, so we may see either of those two. Or even potentially the SH, as it's his third most played tier 8. But something like the RU or a Super Pershing is also a variable pick. So yeah, it's going to be quite interesting. And let's check out Ali Mossa. Let's hope I wrote the name correctly. Yes, I did. He is a 46,000 game player with 62% victories. So they are, in terms of the statistics of victories and average damage, quite equally. It's just the game amount or the battle count that is separating them mostly here. And for Ali's most played tier 8s, we have the IS-5 and the Chieftain. Though I can't quite remember what he was playing yesterday, or if we were even watching that game.
I think he was playing RU.
The RU? Oh. I don't know if we even saw his games on the stream, so...
No, I think I was the one hosting the...
Yeah, exactly. We didn't see that game. Also, to the guy in the chat, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm gonna notice you. It's just I didn't have the chat open until now, so yeah. Also 5-minute delay, so that we don't spoil anything for the players.
Ali Mosa is actually, for me personally, well known through the ranked game mode, as he is mostly in the top leaderboard there.
I didn't play ratings that much lately, so I do not know. So yeah, it's still gonna be interesting. So he has definitely skill. Both of these players have. So it's very interesting to see this outcome. Both players not here yet.
They still have 9 minutes.
Yes, I know, but it's just 9 minutes, you know. I mean, also, Ethan just missed his games by 5 minutes due to the time zone difference. But let's actually just invite the players to make sure.
I think for the next 1v1 session you will need a screen and new overlay for between the games.
Yep, I will probably do something like that. It is allowed to take all caps, yes. Capping is allowed as it is a reason to be supremacy. If caps wouldn't be allowed, then you could just set it to encounter mode to force your enemy out if you go into the cap. But we want to make it possible for all tanks on all maps, so that's why we chose supremacy.
The game mode itself is really giving just the advantage to the fast tanks over the slow tanks.
That really depends on the map they get, but they notice or get to know the map before so that they can prepare, so it's not that unfair. It's just about how you or what tanks you have, and that's really your own risk, if I should call it that, because if you enter a tournament you must be prepared to be in a disadvantage map wise, because else you wouldn't even take that risk. But that's just my opinion.
I think I'm with your opinion.
Let's just tag them again to make sure. Arting is here. There we go. It's just about Ali Mosa. Was he on time yesterday? In your match that you were hosting? Junior. Junior, are you lagging out? Or can't I just not hear you?
I think your connection is broke.
No, mine is fine. It's probably yours.
Okay.
As my
I
ping
didn't
is
really
constant
understand.
on 30 to 40.
I didn't understand you there because the connection broke a little.
I said that it is probably on your end.
Yeah.
Okay, that's false, not Ali. There's Ali. There we go. Oh. Gonna start early? Let's ask him. Maybe we can then witness one of the other games.
Interesting tank choice.
Lol, Ting. Ting predicted it. As he said, are you OP? Or he meant that he is OP. Both possible. Nonetheless, we're going to see Ting in his T49 again, as predicted, against Ali Mosa in the RU, who has a big advantage in 1v1. Unless Ting can get him with his first shot before Ali sort of realizes, basically. But they're doing the same move here, going up immediately to see what the other one is up to. And I think Ali has the positional advantage there, as he has a little bit of the tree to guide him, and he's sitting hold on, which makes the shot even harder for Ting to do. But at least they are aware of their positions. They're gonna now try to get unspotted again, maybe change up their positions, which is what Ali is doing. Ting just trying out a blind shot there, and Ali is doing, in my opinion, the correct move. He's looking to get completely around the map there. Ting just waiting? Or no, he's also making his move into the same direction. He may have anticipated this, but Ali stopped. Is he just waiting over there? Yes, he does. Looking to maybe catch Ting off guard whilst he's pushing.
I think he's expecting Ting to come.
I don't think what Ali is doing is the correct move, as what Ali needs to do is play aggressively against the T49, because he cannot allow Ting to get the first shot up, and by sitting in a position where he can come from one of two angles, I don't think it's the correct move. But let's see how it plays out for him, as Ting is not near him for now.
Is Ting gonna cap A?
I think he will actually.
Yes.
Okay, that gives
Ali gonna move now.
Yeah, it gives him the advantage to know where his enemy is. Ting will have A spotted before Ali arrives, so he will either stay in a location where he can wait for Ali to come, or either take A back so that he can then join in the fun. And that looks to be exactly what he's doing. He just wanted to take A and is now out of there, giving himself a good portion of point lead, which may not be important by now, but possibly at the end of the game. Ali now taking the cap back, revealing his position towards Ting, who turns around now.
Is this gonna be just them capping A and then leaving and then going back?
I have a feeling Ali won't run as far, or he may just go for B or C instead. And since Ting won't spot him crossing from where he was looking, he knows he went the other way, so he can freely go in, after he of course made sure that Ali isn't here. Yep, and he's just gonna go and
Cap
get C.
A. I think Ting is gonna cap A.
Ali still will be in a point advantage, as he was earlier in C than Ting is in A. So both having one cap gives them the same amount of points over time. Lol, Ting. He was looking to also get C. The RU being a quicker tank though has the advantage there. And it's all about B. Ali needs to defend B. Ting needs to get B or get Ali Mosa. And both are heading into somewhat of a similar direction. Ali taking more a defensive approach and both spotting each other. It's going to be very interesting once this gets into close quarters combat, as Ting just needs to get the first shot off. It's even enough to just deliver one heat. But he risks it with HE and hits the track. And that's the issue with the T49. And now the RU can just chase him for the entirety of this game. and he cannot do anything against it. Oh, big shot. Ting just needs to hide behind this house now. Oh, even getting the driver and the commander of Ali, making him slower to retreat. That was a very fortunate change in the result. And Ali is not healing, which expects to me that he is running speed boost, adrenaline, and a multi-purpose. Because he used the multi-purpose on his tracks, he cannot heal his crew anymore. And that gives Ting the advantage to get up and personal and give him a bit feck, bang, into his ass. And finish this game with a very solid victory. But a close one. We have to be honest, this was a very close game. Very well played there.
I didn't expect that turn of events.
I did not expect that at all either. That was crazy. Ting not changing up his tank there. That's quite interesting. Just a matter of fact, if Ali maybe switches this up. Ooh. He takes a lightweight. That's very unfortunate for Ting, even though he can heat him. That is very easily possible.
Ting realizing his mistake.
Yep. He switched to heat though. I mean, he can penetrate a lightweight with HE. That is definitely possible. Ali immediately looking to get C, I believe. Or he's just gonna play very aggressively. Yep. It looks to be delayed though. One of the two. Ting should be able to spot him. Or they should spot each other. And that is exactly what happens. Ali can now freely go into C, have the point advantage again. So he's really playing with the points here. Ting can cap a very difficult base to gain, but easy to defend. So he will have sort of a map advantage, in my opinion, as long as Ali cannot reset, which he doesn't. Tries an interesting blind shot there, even nearly connecting. But Ting is out. He's gonna get A now, giving him a small bit of point lead. As long as Ali is not in B, of course. Which he will be in a short moment of time. Unless he plays it very aggressively, which he seems to be wanting to do. And maybe Ting is just gonna either run or fight. He is spotted now, so he is probably trying to get a pot shot off and then run the hell out of there. Ali not... Oh, he is inclined to cap A. Which leaves Ting with the surprise there. Ali now facing forward. Clever decision there, as he expected Ting to come. Oh, unfortunate shot right there. And now it's the same situation again. Ting on the run, Ali Mosa on the hunt. And Ting needs to penetrate 2 heat shots in order to secure this. Fluffs the first, and this is it for this match. Ting knows that.
That's the difference between Russian and American.
Yeah. But if he didn't mess up the shot, he would have had a chance, as you can see on his reload. And destroying himself in the process. Not giving Ali the kill there. But now it's just a matter of fact of the tiebreaker. As we're gonna have the map set to random, it's really all about them tank choices now. And I think Ali expects Ting to keep his T-49, which I think he will actually do. Unless Ting could surprisingly take a Borsig instead as well, which has less armor but is more reliable. Ooh, look at that. Oh, this is going to be a very interesting fight, with these two tanks playing against each other on Fort Despair. Quite a close quarters map with a lot of bushes and a lot of sneak attacks that you can let happen with this map. So it's very interesting and definitely all about the positional advantage here.
So Ali is actually going to place where his tank is better at, and Ting is going to place where his tank is better at.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
both playing very carefully. I think for the map overall, the lightweight is better, as it has a lot of positions where it can just hold down. Uses turret armor, which is not a lot, but it is something. And this time Ting is going to be in the cap lead. Ali not looking to get any caps and trying to come unprepared, or not unprepared I would say, but from an angle that Ting does not is in knowledge about, since he didn't cap a base. And seemingly Ting stays there expecting Ali to come from behind, and now running off actually. Oh, and depending on what, Ali might get an HE into his ass there. Does not. Oh, when Ting does a driving mistake, that is crucial. The M41 has a DPM advantage. The issue just being the armor, and that Ting is now on an HP deficit of at least one shot, so can you get that one? Not quite. That's very unfortunate. If he wants to win this, I would expect Ting to get 1 free, at best 2 free shots in to the lightweight, or at least 1 with HE, which would be very fortunate for him. He gets the spot on Ali, and since Ting can't be off by far, he's probably guessing that he's in that bush, so he might try a blind shot actually. Oh, and he does. Very nice blind shot. Very nice. Yeah, Ting knew it. He shouldn't have done it. He shouldn't tell his enemy though. He should not, because that gives him the intel that he hit it. That would be a very big mistake. Ting just waiting. Please don't say anything. Thank you. Ali now in a very strong position for his tank, and Ting needs to be super careful. Ali got C covered, and he's gonna get one in. Ooh, even a above average roll, leaving Ting on a very easy 2-shot. a little bit frustrating there, Ting, as Ali can just rush in with his lightweight, get in, get personal, as did Ting in his T49. And this game is over and ends in the 2v1 or 2-1 for Alimosa, outplaying Ting there in game 2 and 3. Very well played by both of these players. Very well done. And this was it from this match actually. Let's see if we can still join the others.
No, the other game already finished.
Ah, they already finished.
Hyper Spider.
Okay, that is very interesting indeed.
That's it. That's all the games today.
Yeah. Alright, one moment. So to get back onto the game, or to look forward to tomorrow, we will be having Fearless Ultima against False Concept, both winning their game 2-0, and we will be seeing Alimosa against Hyper Spider in the semi-finals tomorrow also. After that will be the game for 3rd place, and then of course what you all are looking towards this finals. This was it from me for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and bye bye.